Hey everyone, welcome back to my abridged playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Ryder, I've analyzed the scans you sent me. I found something odd. Each scavenger's neurons were firing at an abnormal rhythm.
What does that mean?
It's only a theory, but I think some people are more susceptible to complications that can happen during the cryo process. Their neural paths were altered in cryosleep. It's not curable, but I've developed a serum that should subdue the symptoms. I left it at the Paradise. When you pick it up, I'll tell you what to do.
Good to see you, Pathfinder. Director Addison and Supervisor Kesh gave me the task of overseeing operations here. With luck, we'll soon see some changes on this trading post.
Now that Aenea's gone, what are you trying to do here?
I'm sorting through Aenea's books and forwarding what I find to the Nexus. The plan is to maintain this trading post and offer support to the Krogan colony. Later on, we may use it as a base to expand Nexus mining operations on Elaaden.
What are you going to do about the water situation on Elaaden?
The water you found is being distributed fairly. People can expect to receive as much water as they need when they come here, regardless of who they are.
Even the scavengers?
Even them. They've been advised that any abuse of the privilege may result in it being taken away. They seem to understand, for now.
Have you encountered any resistance? Any violence? Is everything okay?
We have enough guards and soldiers to put down any violent opposition. For now, it seems to be working. Perhaps we can rehabilitate the population of the planet, but that's a long ways off.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
New armor, well-maintained weapons. I take it you're not one of the locals.
You've been trained to spot this.
One of the reasons Aenea hired me. I know whose good side to get on.
So you work for the water merchant?
I designed the filtration systems. Now I keep them from breaking down in the heat.
You're an engineer.
Of sorts. On Kadara, I designed defense systems for the settlements. Specialized in hidden traps to use in the dark. I can't continue that work here.
Why?
The sun never goes down on Elaaden. No nighttime. Just constant blazing daylight. It's why the Paradise does so well. Water isn't the only commodity. We have shade.
How'd you end up here?
Same as anyone. I was desperate. Ran up a debt on Kadara and needed to escape. I have to say life isn't bad here. I move between the Paradise and New Tachanka, keeping the water tanks running. Sometimes I even go to the flop house to buy extra parts from the scavengers. They respect me there. Still, I miss the exciting stuff. Felt like I was making a difference when I built defense systems.
I should get going.
Careful out there.
You've survived the gang leaders and the worm so far. I'm impressed.
I'd like to test the serum on a live subject, but we need a good candidate. Scan the scavengers at the Paradise again. I'll tell you when I see a potential.
Big Terran is the only way.
Heat
Join
levels
now.
increasing. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Hey you, looking to join? Wait, you're Nexus. What the hell do you want?
What are you recruiting for?
The Drifters. Meanest, richest gang on Elaaden. Led by Big Terran himself. We got a base, plenty of guns, and the best scrap sites this side of Ataraxia. You ever get on the Initiative's bad side, you should join up. Tell them Twig sent you.
Your name is Twig?
It's the name they gave me when I joined up. We all get one. They saw me use my biotics to snap a Solarian's back. Like a twig, they said. So now they use me for recruiting. I show off my powers, and the scavengers come running for protection. Works like a charm.
This leader of yours sounds like a big deal.
Big Terran is the deadliest guy on Elaaden. I heard he killed 2 Krogan with his bare hands.
2 Krogan. Really?
That's what he said. Well, it's what I heard he said. I've never actually met Big Terran. He stays pretty secluded. Says every gang leader on the dunes wants him dead. Most of us don't even know what he looks like.
Do all the scavengers here form gangs?
The smart ones do. Elaaden is a rough place. You don't survive unless you group up. There's always a few tough guys who think they can go it alone. They don't last long. After a couple of weeks on the dunes, they either come crawling back or they bite the dust.
Here's hoping I don't run into you guys out there.
Here's hoping you do.
Those Krogan ain't so tough. Bet we could raid them.
There. He's perfect. You'll need his permission to administer the serum. We won't force it on him.
You sure this is safe?
It's no more dangerous than your usual stunts.
Hey there.
Don't know what they told you. I don't have nothing.
I just want to give you this medicine. It might make you feel better.
Feel better. Haven't felt this good in years. I don't want your blasted medicine.
If you take this, you can feel normal again. Start your life.
A life of serving the Nexus? Of being bored out of my mind? No thanks. I'm free as a bird now, and damn, it feels great. Just leave me alone. Leave all of us alone. We're happy just how we are.
What if your brain decays more? You can't live like this. Just take the serum.
And if I say no?
I won't make you, but you'll be making a big mistake.
You're a pain in my ass. Fine, give me the stupid thing.
Finally.
I take it, you leave me alone. Now shove off.
Not the first patient I've had who resisted treatment. Are they really happy this way?
It's their sickness talking.
Is it? I wonder. I'll monitor his progress and send you my findings. Thanks, Ryder.
Don't have much use for police.
I get that. Someone has to keep the peace. Turns out, it just wasn't me.
Oh, that's what yours do. Huh. Krogan law enforcement is very different.
Looks clear. Good one.
Your timing is impeccable, Pathfinder. Another minute and those scavengers might have been wearing our skins.
Nasty crash. Are you guys okay?
Minor injuries. As long as we can get a shuttle out, we'll be fine. I don't suppose you could call for help.
Of course. Sam, relay this location to the Tempest and get them to send a shuttle.
Done, Pathfinder. Help is on the way.
We'll just wait here till our ride comes. I don't expect we'll run into any more trouble. Thank you again.
I thought we were dead. Would have been terrible to survive that crash only to be killed by scavengers.
It's that damn scourge. We wouldn't even have crashed if we hadn't clipped it. I hate Helios sometimes.
I'm not too, Drac. I've been around.
I'm 1400 and something. 2 years or 2 decades. It's the same to me.
There's a difference between experience and out of touch.
Yep, you're not as invested when young shits die. Look, I'm sure you're worth knowing, but all I see is a skull. Lots of space out here for the Krogan to expand. That's the hope, anyway.
Let's do this!
Medical supplies found. 1 of 3.
Ha! Never get used to that thing.
I can't decide if that worm is creepy or pure.
Medical supplies found. 2 of 3.
How you doing, old man?
As well as you think. What about you, kid?
Not dead yet?
Yeah? Let's work on keeping it that way.
I didn't know you cared. Seriously, there was no clue you gave a shit.
The younger me would have killed you. And even younger me was you. Nice day. Good work.
Medical supplies found. 3 of 3.
I like your game, kid. Soccer, was it?
Didn't expect you'd care.
Why not? I can like something simple as kicking a ball.
But it'd be better with threshing moors and live fire.
What isn't?
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder. That scan completes my mineral database. The geophysics VI is functioning at peak performance.
Chief Lucan will be happy to see his baby running smoothly.
The VI isn't his child, Pathfinder.
It's just the sayings. Never mind.
You got skills hiding behind those reflexes. Who trained you?
Did a couple of years in law enforcement, like I said.
That's bullshit. Who was the vet who showed you how to move?
Friends in hustle. That's enough.
There may be something here that is relevant to your search for Angaran artifacts.
Angaran Technological Relic. This computerized data device is compatible with primitive wireless electronic interfaces.
No data is available, but this may be Angaran.
Avela will want to see this.
Life support failure is imminent, Pathfinder.
Ooh.
If I never taste Nexus rations again as long as I live, it'll be too bloody soon.
Yours had taste. Ryder, worm!
Stratospheric glyph. The data of this glyph appears to be devoted to atmospheric conditions, seasonal temperature variations, and high-altitude bacterial life. Some appears to be up to date, the rest appears to be predictive. Hydrodynamic glyph. This glyph appears to contain data on fluid dynamics. This may also be an analogy for power or information flow. Some of its data translates as physical sensations, specifically the sense of weightlessness caused by immersion underwater or zero gravity.
That should complete the glyphs, Pathfinder.
Accretion glyph. This glyph's data has a spiral structure. The file's organized to describe either a definitive scientific conclusion or a model showing the formation of vast interstellar bodies. However, the spiral can be read in either direction.
We did it! Well, you did it.
So, Drac.
Answer's no.
You haven't heard the question.
50-50 shot of saving us both some time.
Verdurous glyph. The data in this glyph is structured via a root-stem-leaf organizational mode. It could be describing a philosophical argument taken to many conclusions, or an ecosystem laid out from bacteria to higher animals. Nihility glyph. At first analysis, this glyph contains a scant amount of information, but the organizational structure suggests the data is actually describing negative space. The accompanying data is analogous to music that contains long intervals.
I detect no additional glyphs in the area.
Magnitude glyph. This glyph's data contains a mathematical structure for easily describing immense measurements of volume, time, and distance. It appears whoever designed these glyphs expected to use such structures frequently.
Got it.
Heard news of trouble on New Tachanka. A massive brawl.
Someone called the clan leader Phage lucky. It's a new-gen insult. Means the only reason a runt like you survived is because the genophage killed the stronger kids.
Holy shit.
Took their teeth out with a crowbar. Got off easy if you ask me.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
The scavengers set up camp out here. How do they survive the heat?
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Yeah. Still hot.
Pathfinder, a tracking signal was attached to that canister.
Why?
Unknown. The signal is defunct. There may be more at other scavenger sites.
Stop me. We should look for more glyphs.
Synaptic glyph. Built in a form that resembles an organic being's nervous system or megaparsec-wide galactic filaments, several data clusters in this glyph are marked as crucially important. Word fragments recovered include somatic or possibly solipsistic. What the hell that means? Semiosis glyph. This glyph contains a massive quantity of sensation-inducing data, visual, aural, tactile, infrasound, with accompanying signs, but it's difficult to interpret without additional cultural cues. The tone appears to be one of reassurance, teaching, or historical record.
That should complete the glyphs, Pathfinder.
Zero glyph. The material and conductive data in the glyph match our own readings for the functions of element 0, but at a much higher level of fluency. Possible word fragments recovered include foundation and abundance.
That did the job. Good going. Straighten out, you piece of junk.
You know, I could tune that prosthetic leg. Maybe even boost it.
Or I could give you your own to mess with.
Fine. Limp if you want.
Okay, Remnant Vault. Let's get this place up and running. Well, we turn the power on.
You'll need to locate the console to activate the purification field, Pathfinder.
Looks like there's a trick to this interface. Let's figure it out.
What the shit? I have no idea what I just did.
That console will activate the vault, Pathfinder. You'll first need to start the reactor and initiate the purification field.
They're not happy with us.
Pathfinder, this may affect your escape from the purification field.
It's a little fun, isn't it? The unknown.
Several interface connections converge here. I will highlight the ones you need.
Blocked.
There may be a console nearby.
Remtech. Bet we can grab it on the way back.
I will add this map to your interface, Pathfinder.
Heads up! Big guys ahead!
That's the last of them.
Looks like there's a trick to this interface. Let's figure it out. Looks like that did it.
Glad you're the one tapped in these.
Pathfinder, that energy barrier will lift when you activate the purification field.
Remtech. Bet we can grab it on the way back.
I can't believe it. I think I got it. Finally. Like, half hour later.
That did the job. Good going. Oh.
Well, that gets us a step closer. Blocked.
There may be a console nearby.
Okay. We should be able to get to the purification console.
This console will activate the purification field. You may want to sweep the area.
Before this place tries to kill us, you mean? Okay, get ready to run. Here it comes! Go, go! Don't slow down! Remtech, grab it! Man, never gets less terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Can't believe Morda had a change of heart.
Pathfinder must be pretty damn persuasive.
What's the biggest thing on Earth? Biggest animal?
We had some extinct monsters back when the air was real rich, but when I left, suppose it'd be the blue whale.
The blue whale. Ever fight one?
Sure, why not?
Confirmed. Calling Outpost.
You really did it. Almost a civil war, and you brought them back.
But it's all about the resources. No poetry, right?
I considered the Krogan a permanent loss. Too many egos involved. Thankfully, my ledgers don't care how they get filled. If I can retroactively call the Krogan colony an outpost, that's a win. But that practicality is not universal. Tan will hate this.
I'm not interested in opinions that don't see the value here.
Good, because there will be a lot of them. But not from me. This is the last one, Pathfinder. The last golden failure we thought we'd lost. You did it. And it will undoubtedly draw one of Dr. Kennedy's trackers. Search the Zaubre system. She and her child are still a priority. But for now, I need your voice to remind them what this meant. Get the flags waving.
This seems more important than that.
It's about setting a tone, not telling the whole story.
Thanks to the Krogan doing what Krogan do. Surviving despite and in spite of everything. We have another home. It's not tame, it's not safe, but it's bringing the dream back. New Tachanka.
One for the records, Pathfinder. Addison out.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.
Planning any more rescues?
Yes, I know, it was a shit show.
Well, yeah, but a fun one. No experiments or gene theft. Just shooting pirates in the face. Sign me up for more of that.
That's the last of these news receivers. Let's go tell Davis.
One of your people tried to enter our family quarters. You tell him if we catch him there again, he's losing a hand.
If you touch my people, we have a problem. Karista Chana, Andromeda Initiative. Here to oversee operations and attempt to repair relations between the Nexus and the Nakmor clan. It is a tremendous accomplishment, securing their cooperation.
We can't afford to be divided. We need to work together to survive.
I understand, and I promise to do everything I can to maintain relations.
How's the situation here?
Actually, I have a concern. There's a remnant architect in the area. You might have even seen it on your way in. If it detects us, or the Krogan, it's going to attack.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Ryder. In the meantime, I'll have our security on alert. If it comes down to a fight, we'll fight.
I should get going.
Be well, Pathfinder.
We're in for a fight. It's a big one.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go.
That worked. Got the
go after it.
Taking it apart.
Chase it down. Over the head.
It's not that. Head's open. There's our chance.
Got a window. Interface.
Good news?
The architect is pacified. It might come close, but it won't be a danger.
That's a relief. Thank you, Ryder.
I should get going.
Be well, Pathfinder.
And you've been taking the supplements I gave you?
They taste like the ass end of an elk core.
You're not supposed to chew them.
Karist, do you need these fuel pumps?
Are they attached to something?
Sort of.
Then yes.
Whoa, hold it, don't move.
Okay.
Got an irrigation system installed under your feet. It's still testy, likes to give a nasty shock sometimes. Just make sure your footsteps around here are light.
Any other landmines I should be looking out for?
From me, no. But I'd be careful about buying from Boomerang. He's a good guy, but a few screws short of the full ship, if you know what I mean. And we usually don't ask where he gets his wares.
Noted.
He once came back with a Solarian thumb. Said he thought it might be useful.
I assume you're studying agriculture.
Sort of. I design agricultural machinery that performs best in arid landscapes. Really arid, in this case. Mostly I work with the botanists in the Krogan colony to give them what they need.
I know Vorn. He's a good guy.
Brilliant scientist, way ahead of his time. I'm just doing my best to keep up.
See you around.
Remember, light footsteps.
Oh, I thought you'd be my patient from the colony. She's 20 minutes late.
The colony? Do the Krogan really need a doctor?
Not for injuries. I'm a fertility specialist. Dr. Meshelanok. I'm working with the Krogan to maximize their new, more lenient birth restrictions. But I can't do anything if they don't show up for their appointments.
Have you had any births in the colony yet?
No luck so far, but it's early. Believe it or not, there's a deeply ingrained psychological pattern to colonization. Births won't happen till the Krogan feels secure. It's a biological reflex.
I'm surprised you're working to help Krogan fertility.
Why? Because I'm Solarian. I want the Krogan to thrive here just as much as they do. The Initiative may not agree with me, but I'm doing whatever I can to lessen the genophage.
Don't worry. I want the Krogan to make a life here just as much as you. I didn't mean any offense.
Sorry, I'm so used to defending my stance, but I'm glad you agree. The Krogan have a real shot in Helios, better than they had back home. It's up to the Initiative to help them along.
I'll leave you to your work.
Always so much to do.
Boomerang, I'll need more of those pressure sensors you found. You're the one who got the vault running, right? I have to say, when I heard about this place, I didn't think it would be viable. But now that I've seen what the vault's already done, I'm daring to hope.
If we use the Remnant to our advantage, Elaaden won't be the only world we fix.
I look forward to seeing that.
Sounds like the vault's made a big difference so far.
That's an understatement. Since you activated the vault, I've observed the beginnings of cloud formations. Some of them are even nimbus clouds, rain-bearing. Months from now, we could see real rainfall.
Rainy weather on Elaaden. Can't even picture it.
I can, and it's beautiful.
What are you studying here?
The evolving climate of Elaaden and the possibility of water. There are already underground pockets, nasty brackish stuff, but it can be purified. My job is to see if it can someday reach the surface. Can you imagine? Rivers, maybe even lakes, on Elaaden.
That would be huge.
Clouds, and soil that can hold water. That's all we need. Let's hope the vault provides.
I should get going.
Careful out there.
Lovely day for scrapping. Looking for that something special? Boomerang has got what you need. Best loot in the dunes, here for your perusal.
You're a scavenger?
Not anymore, I'm not. Fine folks at the Initiative gave me a second shot. I'm on something called a probationary period, got a fancy metal bracelet on my ankle and everything. They're too good to old Boomerang.
I'm keeping my eye on you. The second you put a toe out of line...
On my best behavior, Pathfinder. Honest. I'm a Nexus man now. If I scrap and scavenge, I do it for the good of the Initiative.
Reassuring.
Enough about me. You're here for the good stuff. Look what Boomerang's got for you.
Don't look for trouble and LP. A human settlement. I should have known.
You let one in, and they take over.
Mortis says we don't answer to anyone.
Better to live for myself than to see this place go the same way as Tachanka.
Don't be stupid. Morta will find her way.
Got the orders from Morta. We're cutting water rations again. I don't like this. They won't take much more. For now, we do what she says.
Ran out of materials, we swiped from the Nexus. Deeper we dug, the more we had to improvise. It doesn't show at all. If you were building this place, it'd just be a hole in the ground. What's on your mind, Ryder?
What'll you do with the seed vault, now that it's back with the colony?
Vorn split up the seeds so they aren't all in one place anymore. Other than that, I don't know. Make more plants? We leave the science stuff to runts like him.
I'll talk to you later.
Have fun.
I don't sell Rincol to humans. Matter of principle.
What's it like living out here?
It's no paradise, but it's easier than Tachanka. Back home, stepping outside during a nuclear wind could tear the plate from your skull.
What's Rincol?
Krogan alcohol, like drinking a live grenade. I distill it myself, strongest in the galaxy.
That's impressive.
Not really. I'm the only distiller in the galaxy.
What made you pick up and come to Helios?
I was sick of living on a dead planet, watching my people tear each other apart. Hitching a ride on the Nexus was a chance to start over.
But you left the Nexus.
And built this. Best decision the Krogan ever made. Just wish it was on better terms. Not wise to burn bridges out here.
What was it like traveling on the Nexus?
Don't know. I remember Solarians packing us into cryo. Some of us needed a double hit to fall asleep. Then, nothing. Suddenly we were here. You want to know more, ask Barrack. Says he woke up mid-journey and lived 50 years alone on the Nexus.
He has to be lying.
Probably. Good story, though.
What do you have against selling Rincol to humans?
Spent too much time babysitting humans who think they can stomach it. Fact is, you can't. Maybe it won't kill you, but it'll leave me a mess to clean up.
I bet I could handle it.
Typical.
That's all for now.
Back to it.
Looks like they're finally getting along.
We pulled it off.
No, you pulled it off. This was a tough situation. Would have turned out a lot different if you weren't here.
Now it's up to them to stay friendly.
I'll see to that.
How are things in the colony? Any trouble?
None. That's the problem.
How is that a problem?
Krogan needs something to fight. Give us an enemy, and we're happy. If life gets too easy, we'll find an enemy. Usually, each other.
What does a shaman do exactly?
I counsel, oversee the rites, record history.
So you're like a religious leader?
More like a teacher. It's easy to ignore tradition here. I make sure that doesn't happen.
Living on Elaaden can't be easy. You're doing pretty well.
Survival is one thing. Now we need to thrive. Back home, we were scattered across the galaxy. We're still learning how to build a society, grow roots.
That kind of thing takes time.
And a change of attitude. We'll get there.
I should get going.
Right. You hear about Varka and Gren?
It's stupid. I thought we'd left those pointless rivalries behind.
Pathfinder, thanks for rescuing Vorn. If anything had happened to him, I don't know how I'd live with myself.
Just be careful, Hark.
Yeah, learned my lesson.
Know anything about those crazy plants out on the dunes?
The red ones? Well, there used to be a lot more of them.
What do you mean?
You see all those red banners outside? The red paint on the walls? Yeah? The crushed leaves make a perfect dye. Other than that, not much use. Pretty to look at, though.
How's research going?
Slowly. We're fine on Elaaden, but plants aren't. They need a better defense against the elements. I want to experiment by crossing vegetation with the native animal life on Elaaden.
I think that might be a bad idea.
So does Vorn. Says he doesn't want to create another Tachanka. I guess there's a chance of breeding carnivorous plants like the ones back home, but it's worth the risk.
Be careful, Hark.
I know. I will.
I don't think I properly thanked you for the rescue back there. So, thank you.
Have you used those gas pods yet?
Running more tests as we speak. I think I can repurpose a small amount as a defensive measure against scavengers. Although I think that might upset some of the locals. They like a fight once in a while.
So... you and Cash?
Yeah. We actually knew each other before we came to Helios. But it wasn't until we worked together on the Nexus that we really got close. I really care about her, Ryder. Drac doesn't hate me, does he?
He's fine. Can't ask for a better match for his granddaughter.
You think so? Put in a good word for me, will you? Actually, I have a favor to ask you, Ryder.
What kind of favor?
Well, I, developed a certain kind of flowering plant, and I might have named it after Cash. I was thinking, the next time you're on the Nexus, maybe you could give it to her from me?
Consider me your wingman.
And tell her this flower couldn't grow on Tachanka, but has a new life here. Just like us.
What are you working on in here?
Mostly developing hardier strains of Milky Way plants, so they can survive here. Mixed results so far. Fruit-bearing plants seem to do the worst, unfortunately. At least with a vault online, my job is a little easier.
See you around, Vorn.
Come back soon. I actually felt a breeze today. Can't believe the weather's so different.
You fixed that leak? Working on it.
You let him shoot off to Kadara? What were you thinking?
It was his choice.
No, his life isn't the only one affected.
Offer. Varen Jerky. Updated. By Corton Iwoods. I'd like to offer a clarification. It was brought to my attention that while Clan Corton uses pyjack sauce as a general term for any flavored liquid topping meant to be reminiscent of the classic sauce, some people assumed that this was real sauce made from genuine pyjacks. This is not the case. The sauce on the jerky is a family recipe adapted for our new home here, and I'd serve it to my own clan with pride. Offer. Custom Microfabricator by Karis Junsiluk. Good working condition. Uses interlocking brick system to generate custom designs patterns as needed. Comes with instructions for template work. No reasonable offer refused. Warning, don't step on the pieces. Offer. Fair and Jerky. Updated. 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 By Corton Iwids. As an additional clarification, I should point out that as there are no Clixen in this galaxy, it is impossible for them to have been involved in the roasting process of this Varan jerky. Clixen style was only intended to mean that the meat had been flash roasted at high temperatures and then tenderized with an acid bath to lock in the flavor. I apologize for any confusion. Wanted. Corton Iwitz's head. By Dambra John. Don't care how you kill him, don't care what shape the head is in. Can be attached to the body or in pieces for all I care. Just shut him up for good. Offer upon delivery. Rin call, 1 bottle. Real